Have you been looking around your home thinking, we really need to update this place? Maybe your kitchen feels dated. Maybe you are running out of space. Maybe you need another bedroom or a dedicated office, a larger kitchen, or simply a home that functions better for your family. But before you spend $20, $50, or even $100,000 updating your home, I want to ask you one question. Are you fixing your house, or are you trying to fix a problem your house can never solve? Because sometimes renovating is absolutely the right decision. Sometimes adding on to your home is the smartest financial move. And sometimes it really is time to move. Today, I am going to walk you through 7 questions that can help you decide whether renovating, building an addition, or buying a different home makes the most sense for your family. We are going to look beyond paint colors and countertops, and we are going to focus on what really matters: your location, your lifestyle, your finances, and whether your current home can realistically become the home you want it to be. Hi, my name is Christine. I am a wife, a mom of 2, Bible-believing Christian, homeschooling parent, and a Utah realtor who owns Wings and Roots of Utah, and I am affiliated with Keller Williams Utah Realtors. Here on my channel, I help people buy and sell homes all throughout Utah, plant their roots, spread their wings, and confidently navigate their next chapter. Now, let's get into those 7 questions. Question number 1. Do you actually love where you live? This is the first question because, well, location is one of the hardest things to change. Do you love your neighborhood? Your neighbors, the schools, your church, your commute, the parks nearby, and the places you visit every week? And if you answered yes to most of those, renovating or adding on to your home may be a fantastic option because you already love everything surrounding your home. But if you find yourself wishing you lived somewhere else, no amount of new cabinets, fresh flooring, or added square footage is going to change your location. Question number 2. Can a renovation or even an addition realistically solve your biggest frustration? Sometimes the answer is absolutely yes. Maybe your kitchen needs a better layout. Maybe you need more storage, an updated bathroom, or a finished basement. Or maybe the answer is not remodeling what is already there. Maybe the answer is creating more space. I have some friends who live in Sandy, and they have 7 children. They love where they live, but they need more room. So instead of selling, they're removing the deck off of the back of their house and building an addition. Now that addition will allow them to expand the kitchen on the main floor and create a mudroom, sunroom-like area for the basement. Now, that kind of a project can completely change how a home functions without forcing a family to leave a neighborhood they already love. I have also seen another home nearby that took a very different approach. The homeowners have decided to add a basement and then created more living space above that new basement. So instead of simply rearranging the existing floor plan, they expanded the home in a major way. Now, why would someone choose to do that instead of moving? Well, sometimes it comes down to the numbers. Now, I want you to imagine that you bought your home years ago and you have an interest rate that is like 3%. Your home may be worth around $650,000, but the larger home that fits your family now may cost close to $1 million. And on top of that, you may be trading that lower interest rate for one closer to 7%. That could create a dramatically higher monthly payment. So in a situation like that, building an addition may make more financial sense than selling and buying something larger. Now, of course, an addition is not possible for every property. Your lot size, city ordinances, zoning requirements, setback rules, HOA restrictions, the structure of the home, and your overall budget, they all matter. You would need to speak with the city, a qualified contractor, and possibly an engineer before assuming the project can be done. But if the numbers work and the city allows it, it is absolutely worth considering. The question then becomes, can we create the home we need instead of leaving the one we already love? And if the answer is yes, renovating or adding on may be the better choice. But if the answer is no, then moving may still be the wiser option. Question number 3. Does the renovation make financial sense? Now, this is where emotions and numbers need to work together. It is easy to assume that every dollar you spend automatically adds the same amount of value to your home. But spending more on your home does not automatically translate into an equal increase in market value. Before you invest a significant amount of money, I want you to ask yourself what you are hoping to accomplish. Are you renovating because you plan to enjoy the home for another 10 or 15 years? Or are you expecting to recover every dollar when you eventually sell? Those are two very different goals. One major mistake is improving a home so far beyond the surrounding properties that it becomes the most expensive home in that neighborhood. For an example, let's say homes nearby are selling between $500,000 and $600,000 with the average value around $550,000. You decide to invest $150,000 into a renovation and an addition. So you expect the home to now be worth $700,000. Then you list it at $700,000 and it doesn't sell. Why? Because buyers do not compare your home to what you spent. They compare it to the other homes they can buy in that area. Your home may be larger, newer, and more updated, but buyers may still hesitate to pay far above the neighborhood's typical value range. That does not mean you should never renovate. It means you need to renovate wisely and understand the potential value ceiling before you spend the money. This is one reason it can be so helpful to speak to a knowledgeable local realtor before beginning any kind of major renovation or an addition. A realtor can help you understand what homes in your neighborhood are selling for, what buyers are paying premiums for, and whether your plans may push the home too far beyond the surrounding market. Question number 4. Is your family changing? Sometimes the house is not the problem. Life simply changes. Maybe you welcomed another child. Maybe you decided to homeschool and now you need dedicated learning space. Maybe you're now working from home and you might need an office. Or maybe your children have grown and they've moved out, leaving you with more house than you need. Your home should support the season of life you are in now, not only the season you were in 10 years ago. Question number 5. If this exact house came on the market today, would you buy it again? I want you to imagine you did not already live in your home. And if your home was listed today at today's market value, would you choose it? Or would you keep looking? Now, if your honest answer is that you would probably buy something different, it is worth asking, why are you planning to invest thousands of dollars trying to make this house work? Now, on the other hand, if you would still choose the same neighborhood, the same lot, and the same basic home, that may be a strong sign that improving it makes sense. Sometimes this question reveals the home itself is still right. It just needs to function better for the life you are living right now. Question number 6. Are you renovating because it will improve your life or because you feel like you should? Social media is wonderful for inspiration, but it can also convince us that perfectly good homes are outdated or inadequate. Do not renovate simply because trends have changed. Renovate because the changes will generally improve the way your family lives every day. Question number 7. If money was not part of the conversation, what would you truly want? This is not about ignoring your budget. It is about being honest. Sometimes people already know the answer. They simply have not given themselves permission to say it out loud. Maybe your dream is to stay where you are and create the home you have always wanted. Maybe building an addition would allow your family to stay in that neighborhood you love. Or maybe you are ready for a completely different home and a new chapter. There is not one right answer for everyone. So before you make your decision, please ask yourself, do I love where I live? Can a renovation or an addition solve my biggest frustration? Do the numbers make sense? Is my family entering a different season? Would I buy this home again today? Am I renovating for my family or for the trends? And what do I truly want? The goal is not to force one answer. The goal is to look at every option honestly and make the decision that best serves your family, your finances, and your future. If you are here in Utah and trying to decide whether to renovate, add on to your home, or move, I would love to help you look at the real estate side of that decision. Sometimes staying is the smartest choice. Sometimes moving makes more sense. And sometimes just having a conversation before you spend a large amount of money can help you avoid an expensive mistake. Hey, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I post a new video every Wednesday to help you confidently navigate the buying, selling, and living here in Utah process. Again, my name is Christine. I am the owner of Wings and Roots of Utah, affiliated with Keller Williams Utah Realtors. And if you decide that moving really is the better option, please make sure to come back next week because we are going to talk about how to prepare your home before it ever hits the market. There are several things you can do ahead of time that may help your home show better, attract stronger interest, and put you in a better position for a successful sale. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.